Shoot Time in the morning
With Mitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the series finale of Shoot Time in the morning with Mitch. We are here. Can you believe 1 full year down, done, online for you guys? A few people came back with you guys. Online, the whole tow. Who would have thought March 13th of your 6th and 7th grade years that you would be all the way through the entire next year on the computer? None of us. But here we are, and coming to an end today will be the last day that we have a shoot time for the year. And we're closing out the week. So, saying that to say, a lot that we've learned. We've learned about the human body. We got muscles that pull bones across joints. We learned how to strengthen those muscles. We learned about how the 5 areas of fitness affect our bodies. And this is the important thing to remember. All this stuff here, it's not about what grade you got on the exam or what grade you did here, this and there. It's about you finding a way to put that stuff into practice. So at some point in time, that you can be a healthy 60, 70, 80-year-old person instead of an unhealthy 30, 40-year-old person that can't walk up and down the stairs. So find something that is benefiting to you. One of the things that we learned, hopefully, might have interested you, so you go to check it out. Could be bike riding. Could be snowboarding. Could be going for nature hikes. Could be some things that we talked about actually in our units like football. Woo! Did I tell you guys? How about them Cowboys, baby? That's a Jerry Jones Cowboy. But did I ever tell you guys that the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted Najee Harris, the #1 running back in college?
Only 19,000.
Coming back. Here's 19,344, folks. All right. We had also a little bit of take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. We
Buy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I never come back, 'cause it's root for the Broncos. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause 1, 2, 3 seconds round at the old ball game. Little baseball there. All right. Could be some baseball. Could be some volleyball. Could be a war ball. A number of things.
Next year, we're all in the gym with everybody back.
Oh yeah.
And handball.
Oh yeah. Handball. If you can throw, if you've got a cannon and you are able to move and run and be aggressive, we love to see you out on the handball court going for another Bret Hart Broncos championship. We would love it.
Mr. Shoemake, volleyball.
Volleyball.
Bump, set, spike.
Bump, set, and I don't have a ball to spike, but I would. So, that being said, whatever it is you like, on a very serious note, challenge yourself. Always try to be a little bit better today than when you were yesterday, all right? And find something you like, keep on pushing through. All right, we got a bunch of things. You're at home, you got the summertime coming up. Don't sit down and play more video games, all right? Go throw a ball with your friend. Ask your friend to go for a hike, ride a bike. You know, do something, go swimming. Be active. We got martial arts, we got everybody. So, find something that you indeed like. It's been a crazy year, and I gotta tell you, all right? There's a lot of challenges that we face with PE not being able to do a lot of things with you at home. But I learned a lot this year, as well as these guys. And I think probably the greatest memory that I have of this year is, one, getting to know you guys in a different context and be able to show you some videos and things of that nature. But primarily, just being in the environment where I think in many ways I didn't get to know you as well as I could have, because in person, you know, we interact and we get together and we get a bunch of different dynamics where we are consistently seeing how hard we work and cracking jokes and things like that. But in some ways, I got to know you, speaking to you, especially my class, speaking to you in ways that I wouldn't have the opportunity to ask had we been in PE. So there were a lot of opportunities that we did get and many that we did not get. But for you 7th graders particularly, I'll see most of you back next year. For you 8th graders, especially the ones I had last year, all right, it was good to see you guys again. And don't be shy. If you see me walking around Almaden or downtown or Great America or out at the beach somewhere, don't get nervous. Just say, hey, Mr. Shoemake. I'll say, hey, how you doing? And then, probably give you the pound and we keep walking. So that's probably my greatest memory, though. What about you two gentlemen?
Well, for me, it was learning how to use a computer.
Oh, it was rough.
It
was rough.
And it was not my comfort zone. And so, for 20 some odd years, I never used a computer the way I used it the last year and a half. And it was really, really difficult. If this guy was not around, God knows what would have happened. Basically, this guy's a magician when it comes to the computer. And I'm actually the little rabbit that you pull out of the hat. So, for me, it was a huge struggle trying to figure out how to teach online. And I was totally outside my comfort zone. But actually, here we are, over a year later, and I made it. And like many of you, when you are like doing things, going classes that are really, really hard to do, and you're not sure how to do it and everything else like that, I felt your pain. Because online learning for me was a class that was very difficult for me all year long. I enjoyed the one-on-ones. It was funny, like Mr. Shoemake said, there was a lot of downtime and a lot of personal ramblings that I did to my classes online, and things that I wouldn't do in in-person learning, and which I did online, and that's one of the things I liked. I know for many of you, I will be very, very curious whether or not you do a high-intensity interval training video ever again in your life. Because if you think about how many we did, and how many stretching videos we did, and in the beginning, how many yoga videos we did, I'd be very curious whether or not any of you guys, once you're all back in school again, are ever going to do it. And I hope you do find one that you really, really like. And on weekends, on rainy days, when you're home, you're stuck at home, you still continue, like Mr. Shoemake said, to stay in shape. You got to find what it is that you can do that keeps you in shape. And obviously, we talked a lot about nutrition also, and I hope you guys really think about still reading labels and things like that, and watch what you put into your body. But for me, that was it. I mean, online learning was, for me, an experience, to say the least.
I would agree with Mr. Mitchell. It was a little intimidating being on the computer, because Mr. Mitchell and I are a little bit older than Mr. Shoemake. And basically, guys, on the computer, I would do grades and attendance and some other things that I had to do for school. Not much more. I was not interested in doing much more. So Mr. Shoemake didn't make it necessarily easy, but he made it a lot easier. It was still hard for me. And I'll tell you, one of my greatest memories sitting at this table, probably about 3 weeks in, 2.5, 3 weeks into the COVID learning, and finally not having to rush in and say, hey, Mr. Shoemake, what is this? How do you get, how am I on this table? I finally kind of figured it out. Now, then it was about a week. Once a week I'd have to go to Mr. Shoemake. Now it's like once every month the last 3 or 4 months. But, well, probably a little bit more than that. But, point is, SISOI, small incremental steps of improvement. But guys, honestly, for me, yes, it was the computer. But I will tell you, I appreciate working with these two guys. I can't believe I made it through with them, because they're not easy to be around. Look at them. They both have a support prop, the crutch and the ruler. I mean, look at them. They always got some type of prop.
Come on over here, mister.
I'm not going to turn my head on. I don't want to get thumped in the back of the head. But seriously, guys, I appreciate working with you. It was a different year. And you guys both supported me at different times. I appreciate that. But like Mr. Mitchell said, I mean, we made it. We're sitting here. And the last day of school, June 3rd. And you're going to be watching these videos 2 days before school's out, and then the day that school's out. And so I appreciate you guys bearing with us. I know my class, there probably some frustration. They go, what is this guy doing? He can't even start the meeting. Or what? Yeah, I know. It was probably a little frustrating. But that's probably my greatest memory, is getting through to a comfort zone in virtual learning and work with you guys. It was a pleasure. It was fun. We had a lot of laughs. I appreciate that.
What is it we say all the time? Building healthy relationships. The relationship the three of us had, we built on it all year long. Absolutely.
I would say this too, you know, we all chose to come back in person before we had to come back, right?
Indeed.
We could have stayed home for how many months? How many months?
At least 3.
Yeah.
That was half a semester.
Yeah, we all chose to come back because we knew the building healthy relationships component was important. And just to hear their voices, to have their presence around me, to encourage me. So, having said that, we're grown men. We need that encouragement. You need it too. Remember, continue to build healthy relationships through HR Spring. Honesty, respect, responsibility. Quickly, guys, summer plans, anything.
For me, Hawaii. I can't wait to go. I'm hoping we're going in July. I'm hoping by the time July rolls around, there will not be any mask mandates at all. And all I want to do is I want to take this mask and I just want to chuck it, baby. And all I want to do is just walk along the beach and just with mask free.
Isn't there a song something like, all I want to do is have some fun?
When the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard, yeah.
But you're sure, what are you doing this summer?
Well, I don't know, but it'll be something because I'm not sitting at home. That's a guarantee. All right, got 1 year. This is the only year of my life where I have not traveled at all, and it will not happen again unless the world comes to an end. So I don't have any set plans, and I think I might keep it at a no set plan and just every day go on some sort of adventure and go as the wind blows, because we've been under strict plan and organization for this year, and it's time for a little change for the old shoemaker.
Get out of the box, baby!
There you go. Sometimes those are the best plans, no plans at all. It's kind of go day by day. I know one thing, I'll be going to Montana here at the end of June, and I'll be there for a week going to visit my brother. And he has a big cabin up in Montana, so that'll be fun. That's something I look forward to doing.
Montana soon. Be a dental floss. Well, Frank Zappa for all you kids.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I'm looking forward to about Montana, hardly anyone wears masks there. So I'm hoping by that time we'll be able to take the mask off.
Well, you be careful if they might mistake you for a bull deer in the future.
I do kind of look like a bull deer. If not a bull deer, a bull.
Well, you are from the bull, oh my goodness.
All right, one last time, guys. As far as we know, one last time. Let's get a statement or two from the Sports Factor.
All right, my statement is just get out there, play some sports, get some exercise. It's all about moving around, getting outside, doing everything that you can. And there's a wonderful world of sports out there. The three of us, that's what we do. Obviously, we're PE teachers, so we can tell you right now, you'll find your niche in a sport if you just keep on trying different sports. Sooner or later, you'll hit one that you'll be really, really good at. So get out there. Get out there. That's all I gotta say. Get out there and do something.
Last closing statements. Jolly Geographer.
Same thing. The world's a big place. Get to know it. All right. Some of you guys have a pretty good, very few of you, but some of you have a very good geographical background and grasp. Some of you guys didn't know that San Jose was in Santa Clara County. Still time to learn, folks. Get it in. I think I'll take a special quick break to say I'm going to acknowledge, I usually wouldn't do this, but I'll acknowledge Arush Zarabi, because Arush Zarabi was the National Geographic GOB champion here at Bret Harte in 6th grade. I am the GOB coordinator. He would have probably been last year. He had some competition, probably would have been last year too, but we got COVIDed out, and then we got COVIDed out again. He was the school champion last year, but he was going to the State B in Fresno, pretty much like the week that COVID hit, and he didn't get to go to the state championship. So I think it would have been this year again. So I want to just say special shout out to Arush. And I got to tell you, geography is the key. If you like to travel and go places, all right, that's geography. If you like physical beauty, mountains, fields, whatever, that's geography.
It's A big, wide, beautiful world
Well,
out there.
Mr. Shoemaker, Mr. Mitchell, do you think any of Arusha's success had to do with him having me in 8th grade PE?
No.
All right, that's what I figured. I wanted to ask. Nothing wrong with asking. All right, we gotta have a Ducko update, guys. We have to have a Ducko update. Any thoughts on Ducko, man? I mean, anything.
I haven't seen Mitchell was the last one to see him.
He's getting ready for high school. You didn't know that. Ducko was in 8th grade this year. Nobody asked how old Ducko was.
No one else is the
Nobody
age of
asked.
the age. It's
Oh,
true.
yeah. So, for all of you 8th graders, watch him, because he'll be over at Leland. You will.
I think I saw him walking with a couple friends, a couple big, thick green iguanas down the sidewalk. I screamed for him. Remember Mr. Shoemaker walking on the back field?
It wasn't sure that was him or his cousin Howard the Duck.
It was far away. I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought it was him.
Well, a lot of 8th graders, when they go on to high school, they forget about us.
I know.
I mean, it's like they never come back. They never say hello. They never. I don't want to end the shoot time in like a really sad note, but I'm telling you, 8th graders, if you see me, you say hello to me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Don't be shy off by, oh, there's Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Monahan, Mr. Shoemaker. Just say hello, how's it going? We'll say, hey, how you doing?
Absolutely.
All right, give you a greeting. All right, how's everything going? Take care, enjoy yourself. All right, we're human beings. You're teachers, but also human beings. So we want you to be successful. That's why we're here. That's why we do this. So don't be afraid to speak.
Hey guys, how do you spell school? S-U-M-M-E-R!
Schools out for summer! Schools out forever!
What are we doing here?
We're building healthy relationships!
And what's the purpose of Bret Hart?
HR squared!
Honesty, respect, responsibility. Always try to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. And keep on pushing